What you see here is two friends who are living off almost nothing, but still have each other's backs. They're just grinding it out at the gym and trying to make a living through MMA. You know, following the saying, keep grinding till the wheels fall off. But what you see now is something entirely different. What you see is probably the craziest feud in UFC's history, or probably the most desperate attempt to rake in millions of dollars through pay-per-view buys with a fight. Well, before you make a choice in which you think it is, we need to turn our history book to the year 2013, where the journey to their presumed feud started. If you're a hardcore MMA fan watching right now, you've probably heard the story about how they lived together and how Colby was literally sleeping on Masvidal's couch. And if you aren't a hardcore fan, well, before either Colby or Masvidal got a contract to the UFC, they were best friends living like brothers. The UFC signed Masvidal in 2013 and then signed Colby a year after. Colby was holding a professional record of 5-0 at the time and washed through the first set of opponents the UFC handed him. The same went for Masvidal, only that Masvidal wasn't seeing as much success. Four years after his signing, Colby defeated a dominant Demian Maia and a very ruthless Rafael dos Anjos to become the interim UFC welterweight champion. He also adopted a new villainous persona that changed the landscape of his career at the time. He was quite a boring fighter and was finding it hard to bring in fans. Before his fight with Demian Maia, the UFC told him this.
I think my big break, I've never told this story before, but 3 fights ago, before I fought the number 2 guy in the world, this guy named Demian Maia in Brazil, they had told my manager, Dan Lambert, that they weren't going to re-sign me. They didn't like my style. They didn't like that I wasn't entertaining. And this is before I really started to become an entertainer and understand the entertainment aspect of this business.
And you can't blame the UFC. That's Fight Business 101. The strongest fighters don't always see huge success. It's the fighters that can sell out arenas that get the most fame. So a desperate Colby resulted in calling Brazil a dump and everyone in it filthy animals.
Brazil's not a race, it's a country, and they use filthy animals in Home Alone, so it's just
filthy animals.
Yeah, filthy animal. Yeah. Keep the change, you filthy animals.
That statement saved his career and he was re-signed by the UFC. On the other hand, Masvidal's career was sinking faster than the Titanic. He was coming off losses to Demian Maia and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, with 3 wins in his last 7 fights. He decided to take a break from the sport, but when he came back, all hell had broken loose on his friendship with Colby Covington. Colby was a different person. He was the UFC's new bad guy. He was chilling with hot models, always saying,
"Greetings, nerds and virgins. Greetings, 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 nerds and virgins."
Okay, you get the point, right? Colby was literally trolling every fighter in the company, including his former best friend, Jorge Masvidal. And that, my friends, is where the beef began.
We're so complete opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm a college-educated, college degree kid. He's a dropout in middle school, didn't even graduate middle school, little street thug, wannabe.
That's why this is a whole third world country like Brazil, just to sell a pay-per-view, just for some pieces of silver. Not somebody that I align with in any way, shape, or form. So I can't wait to send him to the ER.
He's got some, fast twitch muscle fibers. He's able to explode at any moment, but he's a 2-pump chump, just like his ex-wife used to tell me. So, he can't last.
When you wake up in the hospital and there's nobody there, because nobody cares for you, it's gonna hurt, man. It's gonna suck for you, bro, but you're gonna wake up in the hospital.
When Masvidal returned to the UFC, he stated that the beef between them started when Colby had a dispute with their striking coach, Paulino Hernandez, from American Top Team. He said Colby refused to pay the 5% purse fee Hernandez demanded from him. Colby, on the other hand, said the beef started after he defeated Demian Maia, whom Masvidal lost to at UFC 211. Colby went on to claim that Masvidal got jealous about this and started talking about him in the gym. 2 different stories from 2 entirely different angles. Who are we to believe? Well, here's why some think there wasn't any rivalry in the first place. After Masvidal KO'd Ben Askren in spectacular fashion, Colby Covington took to his Instagram to congratulate Masvidal on his victory. And this came in 2 years after they said they weren't speaking to each other anymore. Our second reason is leaning toward the fact that American top team gym owner Dan Lambert is the kind of guy that can pitch two friends to fight in a bid to make money. He's demonstrated this side of himself multiple times before, like the time he took Colby Covington and other members of the gym to cut promos at TNA Impact Wrestling, and even recently when he took Jorge Masvidal to AEW to hit Chris Jericho with the flying knee. Don't you think this is the kind of man to plot out such a storyline? And let's not forget, Colby was coming off 2 losses in a title fight, same as Masvidal. Masvidal was also losing big names he could fight to keep up that main event cash coming in. So, from Colby making himself the bad guy and Masvidal playing Street Jesus, we don't even know what's real and what's not about these guys. Both their careers were slowing down a bit. No titles, no next draws, and they definitely needed a big fight. So maybe they decided to create one of the biggest rivalries in the sport. A rivalry that took the main event spot of an entire card without a title involved, which is very rare to come by in the UFC. Maybe Dan Lambert brought up the idea, sold it to the UFC, and it worked. Maybe this was years and years of commitment that was totally fabricated by Jorge and Colby. Or maybe this rivalry is 100% legit. There are many possibilities that have conspiracy theorists losing sleep at night, and we might never actually be able to tell for sure what the truth is. And maybe, just maybe, we would see something like this play out with the Smash Brothers. You really can't rule anything out at this point, so make sure you check out this other video showing on your screen. Bye for now!